greenhouse gas emissions. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin says the Obama administration claimed authority he doesn't believe a federal agency has under Supreme Court rulings.
That an agency like EPA can't just decide on our own, that we are going to get creative with law, and where there's a vacuum and missing language, we're just going to make it up ourselves.
Zeldin also says the proposed reversal begins a review process and 45-day public comment period. Environmental groups say it denies climate reality, and they plan to challenge it. President Trump heading back to Washington from Scotland, where he says the UK leader did not discuss a plan to possibly recognize a Palestinian state during their meetings. Prime Minister Keir Starmer says Britain will take that step unless Israel moves to improve the situation in Gaza, including agreeing to a ceasefire. But he also has demands for Hamas.
They must immediately release all of the hostages, sign up to a ceasefire, disarm, and accept that they will play no part in the government of Gaza.
President Trump called for more humanitarian aid in Gaza during his meeting with Starmer, telling reporters on Air Force One today,
"We're going to get a lot of money to the area so they can get some food." He's going to also. I think the European Union is going to put up money too for food, and hopefully it's going to be properly distributed, and it will be. I think it will be.
But the president says he doesn't have to agree on the recent announcements made by the British and French leaders on Palestinian statehood. The president also clarifying a new deadline for Russia to end the war in Ukraine, telling reporters it's 10 days from today. He's threatened sanctions on Russia and its trading partners. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Another shooting happened. You've got a sunny sky and it's 94 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. IMPD says an officer was shot on Indy's west side. It happened near West 16th Street and Lafayette Road. All suspects were taken into custody and the officer was taken to the hospital where they are stable. Within those last three shootings that happened this year, 2 people died, one of which was last Thursday. Yeah, this is the 4th IMPD police shooting this year and the 2nd in July. 17 police shootings happened last year. And if you're done with the triple-digit heat, forecaster Cody Moore at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says cooler temperatures are on the way in the next few days.
It's coming soon, and I'll do it even better. I'll give you 15 degrees less temperatures. So it's going to be a high of 78 on Thursday. Extends all through the weekend.
The weekend stays mostly dry with highs in the mid-80s. Storm chances hold off until early next week. The Indiana State Fair is expected to bring in tens of millions of dollars next month.
$31 million economic impact of the fair, the state fair itself. But overall, $200 million is the annual economic impact peg at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. 400 events there.
CEO of Inside Indiana Business Gary Dick told WIBC's Tony Katz this week that the fair has made some changes and renovations in recent years, like the Fall Creek Pavilion, to make it a more attractive site and holding different events there. And the first day of the state fair is this Friday. A kindergarten student in Johnson County has a rare form of brain cancer. John Hayrick reports on how the police want to make things a little bit easier for her.
Her first day of school is on Wednesday at Pleasant Crossing Elementary. Clark Pleasant Police Department Chief Chad Price says they'll be giving her a police escort to school while firefighters and first responders cheer her on.
Just in the morning time, with about probably around anywhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, she'll be heading towards school.
Price says Worthsville Road and a couple of other county roads will be affected. Greenwood Christian Church has made their south parking lot available for anyone to park and line the sidewalks of Worthsville Road along the escort route. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
I'm Angelique Gibson. I'm in union labor from Local 120.
For members of Labor's International Union of North America, like Angelique, giving back is part of their commitment to the Indy community.
The main thing I volunteered for was the Back to School Bash. It's a backpack program for kids 12 and under.
When Indy or surrounding communities need help, LiUNA steps up.
When kids go back to school, they don't have backpacks 9 times out of 10, low-income families, and this just helps them out.
For the members of LiUNA who volunteer, it's commitment to being part of something bigger than themselves.
You know, when they start school on that first day, they got pencils, they got papers, they got notebooks, they got binders.
This is Chris Bricky, business manager of Labor's Local 120. While all our members are skilled, highly trained men and women, we are also your friends, neighbors, Little League coaches, and volunteers here in Indy.
I just feels good to knowing that I'm helping somebody that needs help.
We build Indy for good jobs and stronger communities. We are LiUNA Local 120.
You've got WIBC traffic at 305. What's going on, Matt Bear?
All right, Jake, looking at the northwest side, it is a crash northbound 465 after 86th Street, and the left lane is blocked, partially blocked during the moment by an in-dot vehicle. Looking at eastbound 70 at Sherman, everything has reopened. We had a vehicle fire that really messed things up earlier, and the vehicle fire now isolated to the left shoulder, so we're just a little bit slow back to the north split. Northbound 65-70 looking good from the south split up to Washington, and southbound 65-70 stop from Michigan Street down to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear tonight with mild and muggy conditions, lows about 75. And then on Wednesday, partly cloudy, one more really hot day. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms late with highs near 91. Lower humidity values and cooler temperatures for the rest of the week. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Fountain Square homeless / tent city update. We had a really good conversation with host Ethan Hatcher here on 93 WIBC during our show yesterday. He hosts Saturday nights on The Circle, his own show on Saturday nights. What does he have to say?
So he attended this big come to Jesus meeting they were having in Fountain Square last night, where the locals who voted for all of this crap all of a sudden are upset that the stuff they voted for is coming to fruition. So tent cities of vagrants, homeless folks, I mean, there's a city of this stuff lining the roads.
It's dangerous, and people have been stabbed.
Right. There's been some crimes taking place, and a lot of these folks that are living in these tents, they don't want to go to a shelter. They refuse to go to a shelter. So last night, they had a little gathering of the town folk. Now, Ethan attended this. He was busy. He couldn't come on today. He was actually doing his day job. He couldn't make it today.
Yeah, he lives in the Lawrence area, by the way.
Irvington.
I'm sorry, Irvington.
Yes.
My bad.
But he's very familiar with exactly where we're talking about.
Yes.
And he attended the meeting last night, and this is on his Twitter account. Quote, just got done attending a community meeting in Fountain Square regarding the homeless problem. My conclusion, these are deeply unserious people. I heard a lot of talk of lowering barriers, but no talk of accountability. They just want to throw money at landlords and stuff people into apartments that don't have the ability to take care of them. Now, before I read any more, please understand, Ethan works kind of as a landlord, and it's his responsibility.
He owns multiple properties across this side of town.
Right. And it's his job to fix these places up when these lunatics destroy it. So anyway, he goes on, quote, during Q&A, I asked what plans, if any, existed to address the chronically antisocial behavior exhibited by many in the homeless community. Because putting people with severe mental illness in some of these places, people who are abusing hard drugs or people with violent tendencies into houses doesn't suddenly confer the ability to care for these houses. I mean, he's speaking from a landlord's perspective here. So you put all these people who are addicted to drugs, who have no real fit for society into houses. Do you plan to fix those houses up with tax money? I don't know if that's the thing or not. And it sounds like they didn't have any questions for it.
No idea.
He goes on to write, I don't foresee a resolution to this problem anytime in the near future. It's going to be up to communities to keep the pressure up and demonstrate that this will not be tolerated in their neighborhoods. But again, good luck with that in Fountain Square, because it's kind of like those people that live in California and they hate being taxed. They hate the needles on the ground. So they move to Nashville. And then they vote for the exact same things that they fled California from.
Imagine that.
I mean, you see that a lot. And I feel like that's what's going on in Fountain Square. Be careful what you vote for, because you just might get it. You picked a socialist to be your representative in the city county council. Now, if that's what you want, that's your vote. I'm not saying Jesse shouldn't be there. He's the elected official. If that's who they want, that should be his seat. But it's tough for people to feel bad for these people in Fountain Square when maybe not all of them, but a lot of them voted for these types of policies.
We've had Jesse on our show. I can imagine he likes it any more than any of the other residents in that area do. Who embraces that? Nobody is embracing this.
Now, Ethan told us yesterday, though, Jesse's also one of the guys that feels like they shouldn't go to a shelter because that's where crimes and rapes and assaults take place.
What's happening in these tent cities?
Right. So that's the latest. It was a big meeting where nothing was accomplished last night, and August 11th is the deadline for these people in the tent cities to be out. We'll see what happens. But here to share his perspective on what he's seeing from Fountain Square, ladies and gentlemen, AI Joe Hogson.
Oh, my.
Well, you dummies voted for this. You keep voting for Ryan Mears and I, and then wonder why thugs feel welcome in Indianapolis. What the hell did you expect? Now, if you will excuse me, it's time for another sing-along.
I know this one. Take it, Joe.
Tequila.
AI Joe Hogsett weighing in on about the situation in Fountain Square right now. You okay, Nige?
Tequila.
It's the most coherent that dude has sounded in a long, long time. If you need a reason to drink tonight, how about this? Here's some happier news.
Okay.
Happy 52nd birthday to Boyz II Men frontman Wanye Morris. 52 years old today, Nige. Wanye Morris.
Are you sure it's not Wayne?
W-A-N-Y-A.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not Wayne. Thank you.
You know that type of music more than I do, so I'll go.
What? It doesn't end with an E, moron. Are you sure it's not Dave? Yes, Nigel, I'm sure it's not Dave either. So, he's 52. He's a little bit older than we are.
Oh, man.
But that's kind of the music that we heard in the 90s, like when we were going through high school and stuff. Allison, how much Boyz II Men do you listen to? Are you familiar with the works of Boyz II Men?
I'm familiar with their work. I wouldn't say I know it well.
Okay, I've got a 7-song Boyz II Men montage here. Nige, I've set the over-under at 5.5. 5.5 songs that Allison has heard before. Over or under? Under. Okay, so 5 and under cashes your ticket.
Okay.
6 and over is a loser. Allison, honor system as always.
Okay.
If you've heard it, let us know. Let's go.
All right. This is for you, Wayne. Yes.
1 for 1. Let's go, Wayne.
Yes.
2 for 2, baby.
Yes.
This is their first single, I believe. 3 for 3. This is tricky. It's a duet with Mariah.
Carey? Okay. Yes.
Got it.
I don't think so, but listen to those harmonies.
No.
You've never heard of that one?
I don't know. Yes.
Unbended Knee. Okay.
I feel like that was in a lot of 90s rom-coms.
Yeah, this was in a lot of movies. Okay.
Confused. I've never heard of this.
I don't think I have either.
Water runs dry. So she got 5. She missed 2. We're cashing the over.
Okay.
I can't believe you never heard.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't say it for sure, so I don't want to lie. So I just said no.
It's an a cappella hit for Boys to Men. All right. Happy birthday, Wayne. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, everybody. Southbound 6570, stop-and-go traffic from the north split down to the south split, delayed 8 minutes. Southside eastbound 465 slows from Harding over to I-65. A crash northbound 465 after 86th Street, blocking the left shoulder, and that's slowing us down back to 79th Street. Eastbound 465 slows out of 865 past Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I love how concerned Nigel was. Are you sure it's not Wayne? Yes, Nigel, I'm pretty sure it's not Wayne. 1, I know who it is, and 2, I can read. Right now, we got a heat advisory in effect. It's 92 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
How do you pronounce it?
Wanye.
Wanye.
Yes.
Wanye. Okay. Yogging it with a soft J.
It ends with A. How in blue hell was it going to be Wayne? Anyway.
Your name's Nigel. You can't say much.
I know. I really can't speak to that.
Coming up next, Bo Duke.
What?
John Schneider.
Shut up.
Beauregard Duke. He is doing a show in Indy this Friday. He's going to play some songs. He's going to tell some stories. And Bo freaking Duke, John Schneider, joins us next.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Summer in Indiana, and I'm betting the floors in your home are dirtier than the infield the day after the 500. I'm also guessing they probably appreciate a good cleaning. Hi, this is Denny Smith, and there is no better go-to resource for cleaning those floors than Zero-Res. They can handle virtually every surface in your home. Carpets, tile and grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, upholstery, rugs, and even your air ducts. Before we get any deeper into summer, you can get 3 rooms Zero-Resified and get 1 room free and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Zero-Res means zero residue, and it's in the water they use. The unique ZR water uses no soap, no harsh chemicals, and leaves no residue, just healthy, fresh surfaces. Zero-Res cleans our floors, and I'll tell you that it is simply amazing, and it works. But don't take my word for it. Just check out the 4,900 5-star Google reviews. Call now. Mention WIBC. When you get 3 rooms cleaned, you get 1 room for free and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141 or ZeroResIndy.com.
Exercise Inc. is just a cool, unique, quick way of working out. It's a quick way to get your muscles and your body the energy and the strength that it needs, that it craves. And if you think you're too busy for exercise and to be healthy, that's what I thought, well, my wife thought, you haven't gone to check out Exercise Inc., which you should do immediately. They've been around forever. My trainer, Sid, I think it says something about a company. My trainer's been there for 18 years at Exercise Inc. That kind of employee retention only says one thing about the company. It's an awesome company. Exercise Inc. is a once-a-week private workout that only lasts 20 minutes. No studios, no mirrors, no music. Just you and your coach. You go once a week for your private 20-minute workout. Then enjoy life. You'll be stronger. I have more energy. And there's plenty of locations to choose from. They're going bonkers right now. They're so busy. Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood. I go to the one in Zionsville and now the new one in Fishers. ExerciseInc.com. ExerciseInc.com. Tell them Nigel sent you.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Just a good old boy.
This is awesome. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
It is on like Donkey Kong, baby. This Friday is a new venue in Greenwood, Mad Hatter Shows and Event Center. And popping the cherry of it, man, the very first performer is John Schneider.
Yes.
Actor, singer. My man, how are you?
There, that's how I am.
There we go, man. I love it.
Bo Duke, baby. Bo Duke. Duke's
Did I blow
Hazard.
your speakers out? I hope I didn't blow your speakers out.
No, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to get into the show on Friday because you're going to be performing some songs. You're going to be talking to the crowd a little bit. But one thing that I think is really cool, and anybody that follows, we're a news talk station. We're into this kind of stuff. You are somebody that's not afraid to speak your mind. If we follow you on social media, we know where you stand politically. Last election cycle, man, you caught a lot of hell from people for being a Trump supporter. Is that right?
Yeah, but those people don't count. So,
I mean, I think it's great because, man, too many people are afraid to.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand. I mean, if you believe in something, you should speak it. Now, I don't beat people over the head and say you have to believe the way I believe. That's what the liberals do. I just say, look, this is how I feel about this. This is how I feel about that. If you're with me, then great. If you're not, then, that's okay. So people do know where I stand. So, folks, if you're coming to the show on Friday, and I hope you are, it's going to be a lot of fun. Mad Hatter's a brand new event center. The building has been there for a while, but this is a new thing that's going on there. And I am the 01 act, the first act, otherwise known as the guinea pig. I'm the guinea pig.
You're the General Lee.
I'm going to break it in. And but if you are not in line with me, then it's okay. You can come, but please be quiet.
It's almost like we can be adults about this thing, John. We can be adults about this.
Well, we can, yeah. We can be adults about this.
What did you think, John? What did you think when there were certain streaming networks and things like that would take Dukes of Hazzard off the air because of the General Lee and what it had?
Everybody, the weird thing about that whole deal is that the television show is off the air, but you can find that god-awful movie anytime you want.
The remake?
It's weird. Well, yeah. When that first came out, somebody, I was doing way back when. I think it might have been I can't even call them major networks anymore because all the minor networks are getting better ratings than them.
Yep.
But one of the major networks said, "Hey, what did you think about the Dukes of Hazzard movie?" And I said, "Well, I think it would have to be better to suck."
Right.
Yeah, strong letter to follow.
Right.
John, it's just so. I swear, Dukes of Hazzard is just one of those shows that transcends. I mean, it's been decades and generations, and I grew up being pissed off at my parents because they would make me go to bed in the middle of the show when it aired because that was my bedtime.
In the middle of the show.
I know but it was my bedtime, and I would get so enraged, and so that's when I was.
I don't blame you.
It
would have been kinder of your parents to say, "No, you're going to bed before it starts."
Yeah, or we're letting you stay up an extra half hour.
But when Coy and Vance came on, he went to bed early. That's how it worked. That was.
Oh my God, that's right. That's when your mean parents said, "Okay, you can watch the whole show," and you're like, "No, no."
John, how many people try to impress you by diving through the window of their car? Like if they see you somewhere and they're like, "Hey, watch this." How many people dive through the window?
We went to we live in Madison. We went to lunch up on the hill. That's what we call it. We who live down on Main Street talk about it, up the hill. And there was a woman, I don't know how old she was. I am the age where I think all people 60 are older than me. So I thought she was like 80, and she might have been 57. I don't know. But she was a little bitty thing, and she said, she was Nancy Reagan small. And she told me this story about how she saw General Lee, and she said, "I'm going through that damn window." And they said, "No, you're not. You can't even see over the door lock." And she said, "No, I'm doing it." And she told me the story about how she jumped through the window. And I said, "How'd you get out?" She said, "How'd you think?" The same damn way I got in.
I'm going to ask you a very basic question, and this is probably somebody that watched Dukes of Hazzard as a kid, and still, if it's on somewhere now, I will still leave it on. Why were the doors welded shut?
Well, the General Lee was a NASCAR. We had
a NASCAR. Okay.
Yeah, we had we wanted it to be a NASCAR because we always wanted, whenever we talked about, we wanted to one day be on the circuit. We wanted to be on the NASCAR circuit. So in those days, you could show up. You could show up to a drag race. You bring it, you drive it there, and you race it. So the General Lee always had to be ready to be raced should we make through qualifying. So it's legitimate why the doors were welded shut. I loved how it aggravated Uncle Jesse because he had to climb in the window. He said, "One of these days I'm gonna cut those doors open." I loved it.
It was a special time, man. It was a wonderful time, and Daisy Duke helped a lot of us kids get through puberty, John. I'm telling you.
She sure
did.
You
betcha. You betcha. If you go to Red Book to get a pattern for shorts, one of the kinds of shorts listed are Daisy Dukes. So it's a totally legitimate kind of shorts. Yeah. It's great. They got that wrong on that god awful movie as well. They weren't. When I see Daisy never wandered around with the pockets of her jeans hanging out. I mean, that just doesn't
right.
work for me.
That was the biggest complaint about Daisy, wasn't it? Those pockets.
That's the only complaint. No. There are no complaints about Daisy. She could drive almost as well as me. I don't know if she could shoot a bow and arrow. There were things that got
this Friday, man, the big show, Mad Hatter Shows and Event Center in Greenwood. What's the big show going to be like?
Well, I'm going to do a bunch. It's so funny to me. I've had 29 albums and 5 #1 songs. Every time I sing anywhere, somebody comes up and says, "Did you just start singing? I didn't know you sang." I'm thinking, yeah, that's like telling Willie you didn't know he smoked. So I'm gonna do a bunch of #1 songs that were mine, by the way. My #1 songs. I'm gonna do some songs that I grew up listening to. Just a bunch of great music, and if they have, I'm not sure if they're gonna have the audio like the screen behind me. If they do, then it'll have some things like a scene from Tom Wopat and I with our screen test. It'll have a scene with Johnny Cash and I in Stagecoach. It might even have me on The Masked Singer as the donut. There's going to be a bunch of. It'll be a little broader, but if not, I'm the kind of guy that if the technology doesn't work out, then I'll just play my guitar, light a candle, and we'll have a good time.
You know, when I was a little kid watching your show, I never in a million years.
What are you saying? I'm old? You saying I'm old?
No, but look, man. No, I'm almost.
Can I make you laugh?
No, John,
he's going full Pesci on you, Nigel.
Am I a clown? I'm saying I never would have thought in a million years I'd be talking to Bo Duke when I was a kid.
I mean, the real star of the show. Let's be honest.
You were the star of the show, and I can't believe I'm starstruck right now, man. I really am, John.
Well, I'm honored to be part of your memories. I'm honored to be anybody who talks about the Dukes. They invariably say, you know, I grew up watching that. It's my favorite time with my grandparents.
Yes.
Or, you know, that was a time where, you know, before taxes and before Biden, where life was good. You know, before
right.
You know, when Clinton was just a governor somewhere. And it's great to be part of. I've never had anybody come up and say, you know, I just hated that show. It made me a bad person. You know,
that's a good thing.
That doesn't happen. So I'm like, I am so honored to be part of your life, to be part of your memories, to be part of all these folks. It makes me happy. You know, because I had my heroes, and I got to meet a couple of them, and it was good. You know, I'm a fan. So for someone who grew up being a fan of Lost in Space and John Wayne and Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds, to actually have someone that says they're a fan of mine, what an amazing honor that is.
We appreciate your time, man. MadHatterShows.com. Get your tickets now, and I promise you're going to have a good time on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Dive through the car, sing and clap, and have a hell of a time.
That's right. I'm going to end it with the yeehaw. Is that all right? And turn it down. You ready?
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll see you Friday night, everybody.
See ya, John Schneider, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Get ready to hit the links. The golf outing presented by Franciscan Health is almost ready to tee off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Course in Franklin. It's more than a round of golf. It's for a great cause. Proceeds benefit the Franciscan Health Foundation. Franciscan Health will host free cancer screenings on site, and you'll also find a silent auction, longest drive competition, and more. Be proactive about your health and get some swings in. It's a great excuse to take a day off work. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
More affordable choices. Sunny and 95 degrees in the Circle City. Low tonight, 72. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:32. Lee Zeldin is the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. He was at Kenworth in Indianapolis today to discuss his proposal to end the 2009 endangerment finding.
If finalized, today's announcement would amount to the largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States.
He says if this is approved, it would repeal all resulting greenhouse gas emissions regulations for motor vehicles and engines. The U.S. is not even showing up to the big UN conference about a two-state solution for Israel and Palestine. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce basically shut down questions about what comes next for Palestinians in Gaza before a ceasefire agreement is even reached.
You can't really begin to contemplate what's next until people stop killing each other. We are still at that point. We have not, because of Hamas's recalcitrance and refusal to lay down its arms, refusal to release the hostages, we're not at a point where we're looking at, what is next.
The State Department called this conference a slap in the face to the victims of the attacks in October. They are also annoyed that French President Emmanuel Macron decided to recognize Palestine as a state. A manhunt goes on for a double murder suspect in northwest Arkansas. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
Arkansas State Police releasing a sketch of a person of interest in a couple's murder at Devil's Den State Park Saturday. Officials say 43-year-old Clinton and 41-year-old Kristen Brink were hiking with their 7- and 9-year-old daughters when they were attacked. Both girls were able to escape without injuries and are safe with family members. Police believe it's likely the suspect sustained an injury while attacking the couple. They're asking the public for help identifying him, describing him as a white man of medium build, last seen wearing a long-sleeve shirt, dark pants, a ball cap, and driving a black four-door sedan with tape covering part of the license plate. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
And officers say the couple's bodies were taken to the state crime lab to look into how they were killed. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:34.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
It's 3:35, and you've got traffic now with Matt Baer.
All right, Jake, looking at a crash downtown Capitol Avenue at McCarty. Eastbound 465 south side, a little bit slow from I-65 over to Emerson Avenue. East side southbound 465 slow before 72 Brookville Road. Southbound 65-70 is stopped. North split to the south split, a 9-minute delay. Eastbound 70 is tightened up from Harding Street into the south split, and south side still. Northbound 65 slows after Raymond Street into the south split. That's a construction delay. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for Instant Traffic Updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear tonight with mild and muggy conditions, lows about 75. And then on Wednesday, partly cloudy, one more really hot day. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms late with highs near 91. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Hammer already had his roof inspected by Victor's Home Solutions, the free 21-point inspection. I'm still trying to get mine scheduled. It's a free 21-point inspection. Even if there's something wrong with your roof, you don't know what it is, something looks off, there might be a little leak. Victor's Home Solutions is the absolute best company to call if you're having problems with your roof, no question.
What's awesome about Victor's is you get a 50-year leak-free guarantee. That's right. That's something you can ask about. A 50-year leak-free guarantee. That's how confident they are. So even if you are a little unsure about it, take advantage of the free roof inspection. Schedule your free 21-point roof inspection. I did it. You should do it by calling Victor's right now. 866-VICTORS. No catches, no gimmicks. Free 21-point roof inspection. Just set it up. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com. Tell them it was Hammer and Nigel that sent you.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
He has been a writer for some of your favorite television programs, including The Late Show with David Letterman. He is a Hoosier, and back when he was at IU, he finished third in the twerking championships. Jeff Boggs is with us. How are you, my friend?
Guys, I'm doing great, but this weather is ridiculous. I don't know if you guys are affected by the heat, but I have been affected by this heat. The last week, this is about as hot and humid as I've ever felt it. As a matter of fact, when I was parking today, I parked down on the Circle, and I walked right past it's so hot in Indianapolis right now, I just walked past a squirrel icing down his own nuts. I don't know. That's an old Letterman joke, and I wanted to get it out, but then I looked at Nigel, and I screwed it up, and whatever. Nuts.
First of all, this is the first time I've ever seen you wearing shorts. I can tell it's hot.
What do you think?
I've known you for, 8 months now? What do I think about you wearing shorts?
Yeah, just overall.
They need to be... Look, my wife... redid my wardrobe. My shorts are now they need to be above the knee. They need to be a little tighter. They need to be like John Stockton-Ash.
Okay.
So just my suggestion. I've never seen. It's always. I texted you today, as a matter of fact.
You did. It was creepy. You said I can't wait to see what you're wearing today.
Which is true, and I've retweeted that at Hammer and Nigel. I feel like this whole conversation is odd because, normally when guys get together, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You guys talk about your shorts, and I find that to be incredibly weird.
I'm not talking about his shorts. Nigel said to me, well, they should be over the knee and a little looser. They're a little bunchy. I don't know.
Boggs always texts me when he fills in for you. He goes, hey, by the way, try to wear something nice to work today.
Yes, that is a...
I'm kind of offended by that. You sound like my wife. Because she looks at me and she goes, you're leaving the house like that? I go, I'm on the radio. I'm not on TV.
I talked to Nigel's wife last weekend.
That's right.
On the phone. Nigel and his wife called me because they had a question about a movie they were watching, and I really enjoyed talking to your wife because she seemed awesome, and we both agreed there's something wrong with you.
I've been fighting these battles for 8 years now, Jeff.
Well, this
8
was
years.
my first time talking to Nigel's wife. They had a question about it. They were watching a movie called In Her Shoes,
yes,
which is the movie that my girlfriend Molly's sister wrote the book.
Yeah.
And it's about Molly and her sister.
And my wife has read several of her books.
Yes, but Nigel, I've explained this to you for 8 months, and you're still calling up going, now, which one is Molly? Who is it? And your wife... God bless her, got on the phone and said, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to tell Nigel. It's very basic what's happening. So it was a great conversation with the wife.
And it was a good movie. And she's read your sister's or your spouse's sister's books. So
if we had $1 for every time Mrs. Nigel said, I don't know what to do with him at this point, we'd be wealthy
Dude,
men.
I had the guy from she was setting up a dog grooming appointment this week, and the guy, I could hear him on the speakerphone just taking down, because Junior's a puppy and getting the haircut. And he goes, so what's your first name? Lindsay. Last name, Leskowski. And there was a long pause, and I could hear her on the speakerphone. So I was taking a nap on the couch. She goes, are you Nigel's wife?
Huh.
And she goes, maybe. And she goes, do you know him? And he goes, nope, I just listened to the show. And Hammer always says he can't believe he can't believe that you're married to him.
True. She's a saint.
Yeah.
She is a saint among women.
I second that. So, yeah.
To cap off this very awkward introduction to this segment, great moments in shorts history.
Yes.
When you were gone, one of your vacation days, Boggs filled in for you.
Yes.
And it was a Friday where Matt Baer had joined us. And you want to talk about a guy that wears John Stockton shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Baer's shorts don't leave anything to the imagination. And that's when we put this song together. It's a little collaboration between myself and Jeff. We were listening to a lot of Fountains of Wayne when we put this together.
A great band, underrated.
Matt Baer's shorts have got it going on. Matt Baer's shorts have got it going on.
Matt Baer does the traffic on the radio.
Radio.
When you're driving to work, he tells you which way to go.
Which way to go?
But lately something's changed with the clothes he wears.
clothes he wears.
The long pants are gone, and we're seeing some hair.
Seeing some hair.
You know the weather's not as cold as it used to be.
Here we go.
And Matt broke out his leg guns for all the world to see.
Come on.
Matt Bear shorts have got it going on. He's walking the halls and his thighs are having fun. Nigel, can't you see? Matt Bear legs good for me. HR says it's wrong, but Matt Bear's got his shorts on.
Matt Bear shorts.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Matt Bear shorts.
I can see Matt Bear in the traffic center laughing his ass off back there.
I always knew Matt Bear was crazy, but in those shorts, I can clearly see he's nuts too.
Hi-oh! Whack, whack. He's coming back for one more segment. Jeff Boggs is with us. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, what can you say about Galaxy Concrete Coatings? They're the best in the business. In fact, my new Galaxy Concrete garage floor coating is out of this world. Their super expert staff came in and got it done in just as little as 1 day because that is a miracle with my old garage is cracked and stained and uneven and dirty as it was. They also I love the job they did so much. I had them come back and do the concrete in my utility room in my basement. So whether it's a garage, basement, pool, deck, any indoor or outdoor area concrete, check out galaxyconcretecoatings.com or call them 751-9070.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Ooh,
deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm, totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
Some memories last forever.
A cow says...
Some memories thrill.
This is a roller coaster.
Some memories chill.
Listen to the lemon shake-up.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair. Presented by Get Prepared Indiana. Save now on discounted tickets.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joyce House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Hammer and Nigel are live this Friday, 3 till 6 at the Indiana State Fair Tap Room for Beer Sample Friday. They're tasting all the best brews before the Three Dog Night concert at the Free Stage. Fair vibes, cold drinks, and good times. Don't miss the fun.
The man whose shorts are so short, even Steve Alford says, damn, those are some short shorts, is Matt Bear.
It's a great reference. Looking at the east side crash northbound 465 before Penn Pike. Center lane blocked because of a crash, and we are slow back to I-70. East side southbound 465 stop and go from 70 down to Washington Street, then drags into I-74 interchange. Westbound 70 slow after rural to the northward, and then we are stopped because of construction on southbound 6570. It runs from the north split down to the south split. We are delayed 15 minutes through that stretch. Inbound 65 tied around West Street to Meridian, and eastbound 70 stop and go Belmont to the south split. That's a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's hot at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Jeff Boggs is with us. And we were talking tent cities to open up the big show today, something you have seen firsthand living out in California.
I did. I mean, I was, out in L.A. for 24 years. So I kind of saw what happened when you start in L.A., downtown in Skid Row. It's a 10 square block section. Nobody goes there, so it's okay to have tons of homeless people there. The problem is L.A. about 15, 20 years ago started letting these tents, these homeless people, move out to other areas. North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks, Santa Monica. It overtook the city in no time whatsoever. And what happened was they didn't get rid of them. They would clean them out once a month, and then 3 days later, they would all come back. And so I'm interested to see with Fountain Square, what I've been hearing, your reporting and the things. Who cares about what people are saying now? I think August 8th is when they're tearing it down. August 11th. All right, you come on August 15th, or I'm sorry, August 25th, and let us know if they're back. Because if the plan is we're going to clear it out, but we're not going to do anything afterwards, that's the LA plan. And LA spent, $11 billion to fight homelessness. And they have more homeless people now than they did when they spent that $11 billion. So if there's no plan to actually make it end for good, then it's just hearsay. And that is the Democrats' plan.
You don't like the plan of moving this group to like the old airport area or something like that?
It'll never work. None of the homeless people, and it sucks because
there's nothing over there.
You sound like such a jerk when you're talking about it. You're heartless. The homeless people don't want to be out, where there's nothing by there and there's no people walking past that can help them out with money. It's a fact. They don't want to be there. Why do you think such a large congregation of homeless people live in Hollywood? You could live in other places that are nice and the weather's better and it's not dirty. They want to be in Hollywood because there's a lot of people in Hollywood and there's stuff going on. So August 25th, I say everybody reconvene and let's see if the tents are back in Fountain Square. And if they are, then all of this is just a bunch of BS.
Got about 2 minutes left here, but I want to get your reaction to Letterman and Leno. They have each spoken out about what happened to Stephen Colbert and his low-rated program that apparently cost an awful lot of money to put on. Letterman says it's not about the money, i.e. it's political based. Leno had a different approach.
Yeah, Leno came out, and it's so weird because you grew up, it's Jets and Sharks, it's Indiana, Purdue, Letterman, Leno. I was Letterman. So everything Jay Leno did, I couldn't stand. But lately, I love what Leno came out and said. He goes, I like to think that people come to a comedy show to kind of get away from things. And then he finished with, why shoot for just half an audience? Why not try to get the whole audience? He doesn't want these comedians to get so political. Dave's comment made no sense. It wasn't about the money. It was about something else. It's about the money. They can't, it costs $200 million.
I think Dave was saying if it was about the money, cancel it right now. Why let it run on for 10 more months?
Because that's an interesting question, but Dave knows the answer. They have nothing to fill it with. They can't just cancel a show with 10 months left. I know Colbert's going to wait about 4 to 5 more months and then get himself fired to save face, but what are they going to do? They can't just run reruns. They're going to create. So right now what they're doing, I guarantee they're trying to come up with some version of the Greg Gutfeld show, something a little newsy, something with a little comedy, and they're going to try to find people who don't piss off half the country. But for now, what Dave said didn't make sense. It's all about the money. They can't keep losing that much money. And now that those USAID funds are starting to run out, all that money that who knows how Hollywood stayed in business the last 10 years. I think we're starting to find out a lot of it was our tax dollars, and people should be kind of angry about that. Hopefully more of these shows will start getting canceled when they can't make sense of how horrible their ratings are.
That's going to be the headline. Former writer says more of these shows hopefully get canceled.
Well, and listen, pretty much I worked at The Late Show. That's been now canceled.
The whole brand.
The whole brand. Yeah, I worked at the Shell station on 82nd and Bash. That blew up. And I worked at Flaky Jake's restaurant in Castleton, and that entire chain is gone. So who wants me to work somewhere next so it'll go away?
He's an American treasure. He is Jeff Boggs. Find him on social media at Not Kenny Rogers. My man, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Top stories coming up next.
Got to get to windownation.com right now for this amazing deal going on. I'm a Window Nation customer, by the way, lifelong Window Nation customer for the rest of my life. Right now, you can get 50% off all style of windows plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. You heard that right. When you choose Window Nation to replace your windows, you won't pay any interest until 2030.
And Window Nation will get the job done in 1 day or less. They measure multiple times right out of the gate to make sure they get it right. They've got the best staff, an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And right now, you can get half off of all window styles, any style you want from Window Nation. And if that's not enough, it comes with 0 interest until 2030. What are you waiting for? Call Window Nation right now. At least speak to a rep and ask about the deals. 866-90-NATION. Or go to windownation.com. Ask about the deals, but say Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Owner Danny Reinhardt's son Kevin says one simple saying from his dad affects him every day at work.
especially when you go out and do sales and service calls and collect money and do all this stuff that's important to a lot of people. He always said the number one thing I remember from him is just fair and honest wins every time.
You can trust Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, 317-745-4526. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Have recent storms caused damage to your roofing or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home, from blown-offs to full replacements. Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Trust a company that was here before the storm and will be long after. For your free, no-obligation consultation, schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
Mark your calendar for August 1st. George's Medical Equipment is celebrating their new retail space with an open house from 10 to 1. There will be a grill out starting at 11, free battery checks, and a chance to win a lift chair. Whether you're looking for medical supplies, mobility aids, or respiratory equipment, their team is ready to help. Located behind Planet Fitness at 7434 Shadeland Station. George's accepts Medicare, Medicaid, most third-party Advantage plans, and all waiver programs.
Coming up in 2 minutes, that is all from the Technology Recycler Studios. What a man is doing to offer affordable choices in a shooting of an officer in Indy, and what a man is facing after what he did with a vehicle. You are listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 4 o'clock.
Someone to question. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The New York City Police Commissioner says a man may have supplied some of the parts used to assemble the gun in yesterday's deadly office tower shooting. Mayor Eric Adams just telling Fox.
The lower part, we are finding out, was purchased by an associate. It is undetermined at this time if he played any role at all in planning or carrying out this action. That is what the investigation would reveal.
The 27-year-old gunman Shane Tamura worked in the surveillance department of a Las Vegas casino and is believed to have traveled across the country to carry out the attack with a note in his pocket mentioning grievances against the NFL and his belief that he had the brain disease CTE.
The gunman played football in high school, but never in the NFL. According to police, he ultimately shot himself in the chest, requesting in that letter that his brain be tested for CTE, which can only be tested after someone dies.
Fox's Nate Foy. A vigil planned tonight in New York City for the 4 people Tamura killed. A new aviation safety bill proposed by Texas Senator Ted Cruz 6 months to the day since a passenger jet and Army helicopter collided over D.C.'s Reagan National, killing 67 people.
Senator Cruz's bill will require U.S. Army helicopters to use an advanced tracking technology called ADS-B out when they're near civilian planes. That was not on that Black Hawk helicopter when it collided with the plane at the American Airlines flight over the Potomac on January 29th. It would have allowed air traffic controllers to see the helicopter. This bill will also mandate a review of helicopter routes across the country and require the Army Inspector General to review systemic breakdowns that led to the crash.
Fox Business's Grady Trimble. U.S. officials offering upbeat assessments after a second day of trade meetings with China and Sweden. They plan to brief President Trump tomorrow. The Dow down 204 at the bell. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A proposal to end it. It's sunny and 95 degrees on Monument Circle. Lows tonight in the mid-70s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Ending the 2009 endangerment finding is on the priority of list of the administrator of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, in Indianapolis today. He said,
"See, some would like to simplify what the endangerment finding is by just saying carbon dioxide endangers human health and the environment. And welfare."
He says that is oversimplified and inaccurate. He says the endangerment finding caused massive costs related to general regulations of greenhouse gases from vehicles and trucks. Gunfire and a police officer shot in Indianapolis on the west side today.
Just after 2 p.m., IMPD officers began following a confirmed carjacked vehicle
near the intersection of 16th and Harding.
IMPD officer Drew Brown says police began pursuing the driver of that stolen car and ended up in an apartment complex. An IMPD officer was shot but is expected to be okay. 2 suspects were arrested and 2 more may have fled the scene. There will be a lot of police and firefighters near an elementary school in Johnson County on Wednesday. John Herrick explains why.
Chad Price is the chief of police for the Clark Pleasant Police Department. He says there's no reason to worry.
Yes, it's celebratory. We're very excited to be able to be a part of somebody's very special first day of school.
Price says they were told about a girl going to Pleasant Crossing Elementary School who has an inoperable and rare form of brain cancer. They just want to make the day special for her.
Some fire trucks and police cars alike they're going to welcome her to Pleasant Crossing for her very first day of kindergarten.
Price says Worthsville Road and a couple of other county roads will be affected, but only in the morning. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. I love Andy. andymoreford.com.
With traffic at 4:05, Matt Baer, what you got?
East side, northbound 465 before Penn Pike. It's a crash blocking the center lane and causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-70. It's a 7-minute delay. And we check out eastbound 70 heading into downtown. It is a crash at Meridian, blocking the right lane, stopping traffic back to Belmont Avenue. Northbound 65 slow through the construction. Raymond up to the south split. Southbound 65-70 now delayed 20 minutes from the north split to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now here's your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear and warm tonight with lows in the mid-70s. Wednesday is going to be our final hot and very miserable day with highs in the low to mid-90s, with peak heat indices up to 100 plus at times, with rainstorm chances increasing in the second half of the day. I'm Wish TV Storm Track ABD meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
Hammer, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, AI is going to cost some people jobs in the next few years. Should we go through Indiana's top 3 jobs most in danger of being replaced by AI?
They've got this broken down state by state, and these are the 3 jobs in Indiana in the most danger. Go ahead.
Well, cashiers. Hardest hit, 7,000 plus jobs set to be lost, and payrolls expected to plummet by $205 million statewide by 2033. I mean, we're already seeing self-checkout lines.
Right. So in the next 8 years...
That's been going on for years, though.
But they're saying, this report, in the next 8 years, you're going to see even less cashiers. That's a bummer. So I think cashiers offer...
I'd rather have a cashier.
I would too, especially at the grocery store, man. I'm looking at the list here. General office clerks are second, and nurse practitioners are third on the list of jobs expected to be eliminated by AI by 2033. I'm with you on the cashiers, man. Now, I get the express area. If you've got like a bottle of soda and a candy bar and a couple things, all right, fine. Bada bing, bada boom. But if I got a big cart full of stuff Like if I'm shopping, like I got a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old in my house, which I do.
Yeah.
I get a lot of friggin' groceries. I ain't trying to do all that by myself.
Let me go back to nurse practitioners. I think those are expected to gain, actually. I think healthcare is gaining.
Oh, okay. Okay,
if
you're
you
right.
look at that, if you look at that number, healthcare is what you want to be in. Cashiers, not so much. But yeah, you're right. If you've got a grocery cart full of stuff, I want a cashier to do all that stuff.
Right.
Like if you get 10 items or less, yeah.
Right, it's easy. I understand the express area, but some places it's all just automated now, which I know this sounds like old man yelling at the cloud. If you want me to do all the work, then that's fine, but I want a discount. Just like you get a discount with like your Kroger card or whatever. If I have to be the one that scans everything, there should be a code that I enter where I get 5% off my groceries. I don't think that's asking too much. I don't. And now there's a lot of people that feel like saving cashiers is important. And here to talk about that is AOC, talking about how AI is taking away cashier positions.
I have major concerns about artificial intelligence taking over for cashiers. I think a lot of charities raise money that way. Just a week ago, I was at Walmart, and the cashier asked me if I wanted to donate $1 to end world hunger. I said absolutely, because I had no idea we were that close to ending it.
Of course.
And who was going to answer our questions? Like when I went to the pet store to buy bird seed and I asked the cashier, how long does it take for birds to grow? She looked at me right in the eyes and said, a while. And cashiers are so thoughtful. Like when I went to Walgreens to buy some condoms and the cashier asked me if I needed a bag, I said, nah, my boyfriend usually just turns off the lights. So I'm all for saving the cashiers. Now, if you will, excuse me, I'm trying to pass legislation where we only use lowercase letters because capitalism is bad. AI, AOC, out.
That's AI, AOC, talking about AI taking away the position of cashiers.
Bravo. I needed to take notes during that one because I want to hear that again. That was great. That was hilarious.
Did anyone watch coverage of this horrific attack in New York City yesterday?
Oh, yeah, last night after I got home, yeah. Oh, there's something about, I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't stop watching, and I hated it, and I don't want to give it any more attention, but it was news. It was huge news.
4 innocent victims, including a police officer in New York. The gunman also dead. Now, the gunman was some dude who drove from Las Vegas to New York with an AR-15. He made the drive. And he was the one that thought he was going to be shooting up the NFL office, but instead he got off on the wrong elevator floor. Yeah. Here is the mayor of New York, Mayor Adams.
He did have a note on him. The note alluded to that he felt he had CTE, a known brain injury for those who participate in contact sports. He appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury. The NFL headquarters is located in the building at 345 Park Avenue. From our preliminary investigation, he took the wrong elevator bank up to the NFL headquarters. Instead, it took him to Rudin Management, and that is where he carried out additional shootings and took the lives of additional employees.
Did you see those pictures of the people that had barricaded the doorway? Like they put furniture and desks and cabinets and just would, so he would not be able to get in.
Right. And
chilling. Very chilling.
A horrific story, and a member of law enforcement lost his life. Total of 4 innocent victims. The shooter, again, was ultimately gunned down. And we're hearing reports now that...
Oh, he killed himself.
Yes. The gunman had a little assistance in buying the weapon. So it wasn't just all on him. Fox is reporting that the gunman that killed 4 innocent people had an accomplice that helped him buy the weapon. And he drove from Nevada all the way to New York because even though he's never played college football or played in the NFL, he viewed CTE issues as the NFL's fault and wanted to kill as many people in the league office as possible.
So he was known. He was known to have mental issues.
Yes.
And was still able to obtain firearms.
And if you look at the photo of this guy, this was not a white guy by any means of the imagination, despite CNN crossing their fingers and hoping that he was.
You talk about a 44-story building, as Brian is reporting. And what John Miller just said, there were a few things that really stood out there. Among them that they do know what he looks like. Sunglasses, mustache, male, possibly white.
Possibly white? Not even close. Like if you look at the picture of this guy, Shane Tamura, white would be the least thing you would say about this guy.
I mean, the picture that I kept seeing was him walking nonchalantly with that AR-15.
I mean, he's on the news right now. Look at that guy. That's not a white guy, despite CNN crossing their fingers and hoping that he was, which is disgusting. So for those of you scoring at home, CNN has said that this guy was white. Kilmar Garcia is just a Maryland man. Joe Biden, sharp as a tack, and Donald Trump fell off the stage at the Butler, Pennsylvania rally. That's the way they have phrased things. And that's why those dirtbags are in third place when it comes to the cable news race. Stuff like that. Nigel, a video has resurfaced of a musician from Finland. He covers Dolly Parton's song Jolene, except he does it in the style of Black Sabbath. Now,
really,
in honor of Ozzy Osbourne and America's current sweetheart, Dolly Parton, check out this little clip. All right.
That is Black Sabbath singing Jolene for sure.
That's pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually entertained by that. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, fellas, looking at the south side, a crash eastbound 465 after I-65. Center lane blocked. It's the left center lane and stopping traffic back to Harding Street. Downtown crash eastbound S70 Meridian, blocking the right lane, jamming up traffic back to Belmont for a 5-minute delay. East side Lawrence, northbound 465, crash before Penn Pike, blocking the left lane, slowing us down to I-70. Southbound 6570 jammed up because of construction, 12-minute delay, north split to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Heat advisory 92 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. David on Twitter, at Hammer and Nigel. Holy bleep, you have to put AIAOC on your Twitter feed, best to date. Allison will put that up later on, but I think one more time. For those of you who wanted to hear it one more time, again, this is AIAOC talking about how AI may be replacing the position of the cashier in the next 8 to 10 years.
I have major concerns about artificial intelligence taking over for cashiers. I think a lot of charities raise money that way. Just a week ago, I was at Walmart, and the cashier asked me if I wanted to donate $1 to end world hunger. I said absolutely, because I had no idea we were that close to ending it.
Sure.
And who was going to answer our questions? Like when I went to the pet store to buy bird seed and I asked the cashier, how long does it take for birds to grow? She looked at me right in the eyes and said, a while. And cashiers are so thoughtful.
Yes.
Like, when I went to Walgreens to buy some condoms and the cashier asked me if I needed a bag, I said, nah, my boyfriend usually just turns off the lights.
Of course he does.
So I'm all for saving the cashiers. Now, if you will, excuse me, I'm trying to pass legislation where we only use lowercase letters because capitalism is bad. AI, AOC, out.
Bravo. Now, you know that's AOC because it's way too smart to be the real AOC. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Lately, the market has been making some big moves, and not all in the right direction. If you've been watching the numbers and wondering what it all means for your retirement, you're not alone. At Howard Bailey Financial, we plan for times like this. The truth is, a volatile day on Wall Street can feel a lot different when you're getting closer to retirement. That's why right now is the right time to take a fresh look at your portfolio, and Howard Bailey can help. Are you taking on more risk than you realize? Are you diversified in a way that makes sense for where you are in life? Find out today with the help of our free Market Volatility Guide. Visit retirewithpurpose.com to download your free guide and learn more about what market shifts may mean for you. That's retirewithpurpose.com. Together, let's make sure your plan is built to weather whatever comes next. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today.
Today.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
For all your home's heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and drain needs, remember the man for all seasons, Chapman. Drain cleanings right now, only $89. Schedule online today at chapmanheating.com. That's chapmanheating.com.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's Office here in Indiana. The Attorney General's Office reuniting Hoosiers, Hammer, with over $1 million.
Let's go. Let's go.
In unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free. Just search it out. IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
See NBC's Jim Cramer. He's their financial guy, right? He got fired up and dropped an F-bomb and followed it with, as some would say, the Lord's name in vain.
Oh, no.
It happened on yesterday's Squawk on Street. David Faber and Carl Quintella, they were the co-hosts here. They laughed it off, but Jim quickly apologized, and I think he was fearing the worst.
Our biggest problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut. What the Oh, my
my God.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I take it right back.
Everybody,
I take it right
okay.
back.
It's
That was
okay.
bad.
It's okay.
Take it back.
We're in the moment.
I take it right back.
It's just the way
I take
we
it right
talk.
back. That was bad.
It's cable with a ticker, as Joe Kernan would say.
I take that back.
That's right.
Real people doing live TV.
No.
Jim, though, to your point, Goldman today, the most notable change.
I think I'm out of here.
No, you're fine.
Did
You're
they
absolutely
take it
fine.
to like, if you say you take it back, is that disqualify you from getting fired? Or, I mean, like, you can't, nothing can happen to you if you take it back.
And it's basic cable, but it's still cable. So do FCC rules apply there?
Yeah, play that again. Play this start of the game.
The problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut.
What the Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
What the
I'm so
belief in
sorry.
a
I take it right back.
Everybody,
I take it
it's
right
okay.
back.
It's
That was
okay.
bad.
It's
You know,
okay.
I know one of the things that the Democrats, their talking points within the Democratic Party, like, I don't know Jim Cramer, his politics, I have no clue. He's been wrong on so much and right on a lot of things, but Democrats want you to cuss more. If you were a member of the Democratic Party and you were speaking, they want you to cuss. And they think that has some sort of influence or impact on what you were talking about.
Okay.
So not only did he cuss, he dropped the old JC in there as well.
I think it was just a natural reaction. He was shocked at the numbers he was looking at, and then just spoke like we would all say if we saw that at home. You know, like, oh, bleep, JC.
Yeah, but do you think that he didn't know that was coming, those numbers that he was looking at?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how they produce things at CNBC. I think the JC part was just his natural reaction to realizing he had dropped the F-bomb. That wasn't about the numbers. The F-bomb was about the numbers. The JC was about the F-bomb.
Okay.
Sounds like an SAT question. Is this anything? There was more destruction than usual at a monster truck show in Washington State.
Oh, I saw this.
After a truck made an impressive jump, one of its giant tires flew off after a bouncy landing. The tire bounced out of the grandstands and into the parking lot where it crushed a small car.
Yeah.
Here's the reaction, and it was all caught on camera.
No way! Someone's car just got. Oh my God! Oh my God! I hope no one's car is messed up.
What do you think old Jim Cramer would have said about that, Nigel?
Yeah, JC harkens back to the Indy 500 a couple of years ago, where that happened, where a crash happened in turn 2.
It was,
one. Was it 1 or 2?
Going out of 1 into
there.
2. Yeah,
you were there, and but this was this thing destroyed the car. It was a monster truck.
Right.
Tire.
Huge tire.
But man, yeah, it is. You go back to Indy 500 a couple of years ago, and that was scary.
Yeah.
What happened? Like Doug Bowles was, I think, very thankful and obviously very, very lucky that nobody died. He even bought something similar happened at the Indy 500 2 years ago that destroyed a car in the parking lot. There was a wreck on the track, and
I think it was Kyle Kirkwood's tire. I believe they got kicked up, like up over the fence, and it landed in like the Brickyard Crossing parking lot where it hit a car and like destroyed it.
And Doug replaced the car.
Yeah,
obviously
substantial upgrade, by the way.
Right,
but thank God that didn't hit anybody, because had that landed in an area where grandstands were, it would have been a problem.
I know.
It happened to be that one area in between 1 and 2 that was open, and boy, that was a mess. And now think about how big these tires are, these monster trucks. Last one here. Is this anything? A Massachusetts woman was attacked by a raccoon on her own property.
Ooh.
And she says that creatures have become monsters. Here's Catherine.
They become monsters. It flew at me from several different directions. All I could do was scream, help me, help me. This is a nightmare. I kept saying it to myself because I couldn't find any other words. I just encountered a monster.
Yeah, I read a little bit about this. Catherine needed to be patched up. She's okay after the attack. I would assume, I would think that she would get a series of rabies shots.
Right. Now, that sound that we heard at the beginning,
yeah, what
was that the raccoon or was that Catherine?
Do it
They
again.
become monsters.
I think it was Catherine. I think it was Catherine giving her impression of what a monstrous raccoon sounds like.
We have, I think under our back deck in our backyard, I think we have 2 raccoons living under there. And I walked out one night, or no, I was watching from a sliding glass door. There was a deer and 2 raccoons feeding, like eating on our grass. And I kind of did this, like to try to scare him. And the deer and the 2 raccoons looked at me like I was an a-hole. They turned around and looked at me like, okay, and then in unison turned around and started eating our grass again. And it was only after I opened the sliding glass door that they all took off.
If a deer could give a middle finger, that's what he would have gave you at that point.
He just looked at me like, yeah, okay.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, that's what the twin raccoons were doing too. They looked at me and in unison turned around and started feeding off our grass again. I don't know what to do.
All right, I want to hear this Catherine chick one more time. I want everybody to listen closely. Place your bets. Is this the sound effect of a real raccoon, or is this Catherine?
They become monsters.
My money's on Catherine.
It's Catherine.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott says his company has grown to the size it is now by putting the customer first.
It took us 5 years to be bigger than I ever thought we would, and then 10 years to really be, wow, it's huge. But our customers got us here. They're loyal customers. They like what we do. They like what we offer.
If you're in Boone or Hamilton County, call 765-601-1461 for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Ending it is a priority. You've got sunny skies and 96 degrees in downtown Indy. Lows tonight in the low to mid-70s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:32. Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin, said he would like to do away with the 2009 endangerment finding, but while in Indianapolis today, he said he's looking for input.
Now I'm going to follow the law and making sure I don't
prejudge outcome of this rulemaking. We are going to have a public comment period.
He says repealing the endangerment finding will help Americans have more affordable choices when deciding to buy a car. It's been a good summer for Indy and other surrounding cities from a sport and entertainment standpoint. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
From new arenas in Noblesville and Fishers to the fairgrounds in Indianapolis, the economic impact some of the state's major cities are seeing recently with their building projects is paying off.
The competitive scene, if you will, for sports in a variety of ways is indeed very competitive, but also to host concerts and entertainment venues.
While on with WIBC's Tony Katz, Gary Dick from Inside Indiana Business says these cities are seeing the dollar signs by hosting sporting events, concerts, and other forms of entertainment. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indy is displacing people experiencing homelessness from the Fountain Square encampment. Critics are arguing that this is a serious issue. President of the Concerned Clergy of Indianapolis, Reverend David Green, says this is something the Office of Public Health has decided to do.
Clearly, it's not a solution. Moving people from encampments without permanent housing is not solving homelessness. It's shuffling the pain around the city.
City leaders say services like IMPD's homeless unit will work with encampment residents to offer housing services. Indy is shutting down the Fountain Square homeless encampment across Leonard Street on August 11th. Next month, theaters nationwide are offering buy one, get one free deals on tickets and concessions for date night at the movies. It's a good deal, hoping to pack the houses during a slow week. Cinema United and Cinema Foundation for the offer, which is on August 22nd. It's time for your WIBC Closing Bell Report. At the closing bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 204 points to 44,632. S&P 500 went down 18 points to 6,370. NASDAQ fell 80 points to 21,098. Traffic and weather next. It's 4:34.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:35. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside crash eastbound 465 after I-65. And right now the left center lane is closed with traffic stop back to Harding Street, delayed at 26 minutes. East side northbound 465 before Penn Pike crash blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to 70. Southbound 465 slow after Penn Pike down to 74. Westbound 70 slow into the north split and then stopped on southbound 65 70 between the north split and the south split. That's a 7-minute delay. Eastbound 70 slow from the west side to downtown after Tibbs Avenue into the south split, delayed 5 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast. Looking into tonight, you've got lows in the low to mid 70s with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow should be the last hot day during the week. Highs in the low to mid 90s with heat index values. Storms could follow Wednesday with damaging winds as well. I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, Hammer Ghislaine Maxwell has a list of demands. We know who Ghislaine is. She was Epstein's pimp. She was a groomer. She would procure the talent for Epstein Island, fly them over on her own chopper and pretend to be their friends, and she would kind of groom them for nefarious purposes for the clients that were on Epstein Island. Now, a House Oversight Committee wants to talk to her, but her attorneys are saying, well, she's got a list of demands.
Right.
Right?
So with all of this talk about Epstein Island, the one person that hasn't been suicided yet, Ghislaine Maxwell says, I'll give you all the information you want, but according to her attorneys, this is the list of demands she turned into the Oversight Committee.
Let's hear it.
A grant of formal immunity.
No.
The interview can't happen at a correctional facility where she's serving her sentence. To prepare adequately for any congressional hearing and to ensure accuracy and fairness, we would require the committee's questions in advance. Surprise questioning would be inappropriate and unproductive. The interview would be scheduled only after the resolution of her Supreme Court petition and her forthcoming habeas petition. So she's trying to get the Supreme Court to say that, her previous trial was not fair. So you got to wait that out, but then she wants full-on immunity. So my question to you, my question to anybody listening, if you feel like she's going to give you names, if she has a quote-unquote list of people having sex with underage girls, are you willing to let Ghislaine Maxwell off to go chase down those people? Do you believe her? Do you trust her?
I don't believe her. I don't think she has some sort of mysterious list locked away in some footlocker under her bed or some storage facility or something like that. I don't think Donald Trump should pardon her. Nothing. No.
Her attorney said if her list of demands is not met, she will have no choice but to invoke her Fifth Amendment rights on every question.
Okay. All right. I don't think we're getting anywhere anyway on this. This is going nowhere.
Unseal what Comey's daughter sealed up. That's all I'm asking.
Even Donald Trump wants to move on.
Well, yeah.
From this.
He certainly does. Like, I don't care who's on the list. I really don't. Like, if you were somebody that was having sex with underage girls, that's what I care about. Because the list may be people who just met Jeffrey Epstein. I don't care who met Jeffrey Epstein. I care about who was having sex with underage girls. Now, if that's Clinton, if that's Trump, I don't care who it is. If you did that, then you should be exposed and you should be locked up. But if we don't have information on that, I don't care what's in the files.
I guarantee there's a possibility that Clinton did. I don't think Trump did. Did you see Trump? Did you hear him say, I never had the privilege of going to Epstein Island earlier today?
Right.
Kind of a gaffe.
And let's be honest, with Comey's daughter being the one that sealed up the list, if she thought at all Donald Trump was having sex with underage women, of all people, Comey's daughter.
It'd be out there.
Don't you think she would have put that out there? Like, to avenge the firing of her old man? Like, the same James Comey who wrote, the 8647 on the beach? You don't think for a minute his daughter would have tipped him off to information that Trump was doing unspeakable things to young girls? That's why I don't think it was him. Like, Comey's daughter, she was the federal prosecutor. She would have let the old man know. And this would have been out long before the election. So we'll see what happens.
Pam Bondi got her the hell out of there.
Yeah, she did. But should that have happened sooner, is what some people are saying. Should that have happened day one? Almost like that one House of Cards season where Kevin Spacey's character as the president walks in there and just fires everybody.
Yes.
Anybody that's got the last name Comey that's employed when you take office probably need to blow them out immediately. Dateline Canada. A man in Canada wants answers after he says his rental car caused him some issues at the border back in February.
Uh-oh.
He tried to come across the American-Canadian border, but the folks working at the border said they found traces of fentanyl inside the vehicle. Now, the guy said, hey, it's just a rental car. I don't have any drugs. I don't do this. But it was a big pain in the backside. Here he is talking about it.
shocking, and it literally flipped my life over. Well, I have nothing to hide. Go for it. And so, long story short, they found fentanyl. Dogs went in. They went into my business. They went into every nook and cranny of my life, as well as the passenger's life, thinking that we were drug dealers or drug smugglers. They made the conclusive understanding, based on that residue, that it was from somebody before us. Me and the passenger were like in disbelief of like, this is nuts.
Yeah, I'd want some answers from the car rental company.
Right.
They obviously did not clean the car before they rented it to the next customer.
Yeah, there's fentanyl in my car. Can I please get another one? Like, how do you begin to make that phone call? Yeah, hi, Avis. Hi, Hertz. Can I speak to a manager, please? Because you left some fentanyl in my car, and I almost went to federal prison. Real quick before we hit a break, did you see the WNBA incident last night?
I generally am not watching the WNBA unless Caitlin Clark's involved.
Phoenix taking on Washington. The game had to be stopped because one of the Phoenix players had her wig knocked off. She ran into a screen.
Her what?
Her wig. She ran into a screen and it knocked the hair off of her head, and her wig fell on the floor, and they had to stop play. She had to pick up the wig, run back to the locker room. There was a delay in the game, and then one fan who was laughing at the situation was kicked out by the official. There was a fan ejected for laughing at a woman who lost her wig on the court.
Oh.
Keela Cooper was the one that had her wig knocked off.
When Bobby Hurley had his diarrhea incident from Duke, did anybody get thrown out?
I don't believe they did.
Do you know what
oh, yeah.
referring to?
That first time they played UNLV, the 1989 or 90 championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a stomach problem, had to run off the court. I'm sure there were plenty of people laughing.
Right.
At his diarrhea.
And rightfully so.
So you're saying somebody got kicked out of the game for making fun of a fan for making fun of the fact that the wig fell off the WNBA player's head?
Right. The team, Phoenix, they outed the fan. They said this was the individual laughing at Cooper's wig being popped off, and they kicked the fan out of the game. What the hell is that? Like, okay, I'll understand. I'll listen to the nonsense that you're going to stop the game to pick up the wig. But why did the fan get kicked out? Like, come on, man. This is the most ridiculous thing. Years from now, they're going to write a book about how the WNBA just completely screwed up the golden goose of Caitlin Clark. And they're going to write about how they treated her crappy and they injured her and, did all this bull crap, ruined and soured a fan base. And then there's going to be a chapter on this. Just weeks after they all wore T-shirts, pay us what you owe us.
Yeah.
You had a wig delay, and you kicked out a fan for laughing at a wig delay.
I did see this, and she's running. I'm looking at it right now. She's running out of the stadium like she has diarrhea, except her wig fell off.
That's it,
right?
That's all it was.
I don't know. Just pick the wig up and throw it to the side or something.
Right. Like you can play without the wig.
She ran out. If I'm looking at this correctly, she ran out of the stadium.
There have been some quirky delays in the NBA, but you don't get this, right? If you're going to wear shirts, pay us what you owe us. And if you're going to have these ridiculous women like Angel Reese say, we need to be making money like the dudes make money.
Yeah.
No, you can't be having wig delays. And you can't be kicking out fans for laughing that there's a wig delay. Come on, man.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. AndyMooreFord.com.
Stay on your home court with Franciscan Health's top-rated cardiac heart care. No traveling, no waiting. Just award-winning heart care right where you live. Rated #1 in Indiana 2 years in a row for cardiology and cardiac care by Health Grades, Franciscan Health offers first-in-the-world treatments, cutting-edge technology, and unmatched compassion. Because we believe every heartbeat is extraordinary. Don't sit on the sidelines with heart trouble. Schedule a same-day cardiology appointment today at 317-893-1900.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mark your calendar for August 1st. George's Medical Equipment is celebrating their new retail space with an open house from 10 to 1. There will be a grill out starting at 11, free battery checks, and a chance to win a lift chair. Whether you're looking for medical supplies, mobility aids, or respiratory equipment, their team is ready to help. Located behind Planet Fitness at 7434 Shadeland Station. George's accepts Medicare, Medicaid, most third-party Advantage plans, and all waiver programs.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access the library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tamara and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
The golf outing powered by Franciscan Health is teeing off next week, Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Club in Franklin. Think chill drinks, killer views, and nothing but good times on the green. Spots are going fast. Go to 1075thefan.com to save yours.
All right, Matt Baer, what's going on, man?
Outside, eastbound 465 Hammer after I-65. It's a stall in the left center lane, and traffic is jammed up back to South Meridian Street. Delay time of 22 minutes. Eastbound 70 struggling into the south split from Holt Road. That's a 12-minute delay. Southbound 65 stop and go from 29th to Meridian Pet. Northbound 65 stop and go because of construction after South Keystone Avenue up to Washington Street. Inbound 65 slowing from 29th to Meridian Penn, and that construction delay of southbound 6570 is at 12 minutes from the north split to the south split. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic from Penn Pike down to Washington. Northbound lanes also tied from Washington up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Heat advisory in effect. It's 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We need 15 more people. 15 to go to the WIBC YouTube page. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. If you have never had a wig knocked off in a basketball game, we need you right now to give us a thumbs up on the WIBC page. Now, if you've had a wig knocked off, sit this one out. But if you've never had a wig knocked off in a game or been kicked out of a game for laughing at it, go to WIBC's YouTube and give us a thumbs up right now.
Well, we're coming to your city.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
This Friday, Hammer. The Hammer and Nigel Road Show.
Come on.
Friday, August 1st, Beer Sample Friday at opening day at the Indiana State Fair.
Thank you to Wilson Farm Market. They are our proud sponsors for this debauchery on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to it, man.
I think the weather's going to be a little less. It's going to be hot, but I think it's going to be not as bad as it is today.
Today's brutal.
And it's inside.
Yes.
It's air-conditioned inside. There's ice-cold beer inside.
All these different Indiana beers. And I'm going one-on-one against listener Mariachi Bob in a deep-fried Oreo eating contest.
I love this.
We are going to go mano-a-mano, deep-fried Oreo eating contest. We're going to have some special guests coming by. The Three Dog Night Show is on the free stage later on that night. So, again, temperature is going to be a lot better on Friday. Come on out and hang out with us.
Does it worry you that he refers to himself as Mariachi Bob?
No. I have no respect for people who give themselves nicknames.
Okay, well, you could look at it the opposite way. He has enough, he has the cojones. He has enough confidence to give himself a nickname. I'm Mariachi Bob. Now, I don't know what that means.
Right.
What does Mariachi Bob mean?
Maybe he's in a mariachi band. I don't know. We'll find out on Friday, though. If he's not Chicken Bleep, if he shows up, it's going to be on.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to defending my title of Deep Fried Oreo Eating Champion.
Can't wait.
So, where are we at with this here? The classic Toby Keith song, Should Have Been a Cowboy.
Love it.
Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Classic Toby Keith song.
Yes.
An EDM duo just remixed this into a techno song.
No.
Now, Allison, you're getting ready to go to Nashville this weekend. Tell me if this is something that the crowd down there would like to hear. This is Should Have Been a Cowboy remixed into a techno song.
I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride. Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's hearts.
Why would you do that?
Just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy.
I hope Toby Keith pops up from the grave, walks over to these guys, and puts a boot up their ass. And then he could go back, lay back down in the dirt afterwards, and that's fine.
That was sacrilege.
Yeah. I hope vampire/ghost Toby Keith beats the hell out of these guys. That's awful. Allison?
Nigel, can you hand me your puke bucket?
I keep one handy over here just in case.
We haven't had a good Nigel puking experience in a while.
No.
You think maybe your stomach's getting a little tougher these days?
I
or
think it is. I think I've changed my lifestyle a little bit. So
your lifestyle. What lifestyle made you throw up about hearing saliva and flies? Like, I stopped drinking. Now I'm not upset when I hear stories about people spitting up bugs. Oh, okay. Thanks. I'll tell Wayne you said hello. All right, coming up next, Consumer Confidence Report's out.
Oh.
Good news on that.
Okay.
That's coming up next. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Pat Sullivan here with an offer from my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling that you don't want to miss. For a limited time, Hope Plumbing will buy back your old air conditioning unit for up to $1,500 with the purchase of a complete heating and cooling system. It's time to call them if you're hot. Don't wait for the next heat wave to be caught sweating at home. Act now before the offer ends. Stay cool and call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today at 641-HOPE. That's 641-HOPE.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches, just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios right after Fox News. An Indianapolis shooting on the west side this afternoon. A proposal by a person to end something, and what a man is facing after what he did with a vehicle. You'll hear about all of this here soon. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 5 o'clock.
A possible motive. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Investigators say the man who shot and killed 4 people in a Manhattan office building before killing himself blamed mental health issues on the NFL and wanted to target the league's headquarters, but took the wrong elevator.
We are learning from the Horseshoe Hotel in Las Vegas that he worked in the surveillance department there. Police believe that he drove across the country to carry out this attack. And according to New York City Mayor Eric Adams, a note was found in his pocket that mentioned his grievances against the National Football League and his belief that he had CTE, a degenerative brain disease that impacts a lot of football players.
Fox's Nate Foy, the shooter, never played in the NFL, but did play high school football and shot himself in the chest, requesting in the note that his brain be tested for CTE. The NFL commissioner who works in that Park Avenue building called the killings an unspeakable act of violence. One league employee was seriously injured and is hospitalized. Police also say they'll question a man believed to have supplied parts to assemble the gun that was used. In Massachusetts, AP just reporting that an assisted living facility where a fire killed 10 people this month lost its certification nearly a decade ago temporarily for mistreatment of residents. A key rollback is proposed at the EPA.
The Trump administration looking to launch what it calls the largest deregulatory action in the history of America, with a proposal to revoke a scientific finding which is the cornerstone of key climate regulations, especially ones governing the auto industry. The Environmental Protection Agency rule would rescind the landmark 2009 finding, which determined that carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases endanger public health.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Opponents say the proposal denies climate reality, and environmental groups plan a challenge, but the EPA administrator argues Supreme Court rulings made clear his agency doesn't have the authority previously claimed. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Another shooting happened. You've got partly clear skies, clouds starting to form, 96 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Police in Indianapolis were chasing a driver who they believe was in a stolen car today.
The vehicle pulled into a nearby apartment complex where officers made contact with the driver. At this time, an IMPD officer was shot and an officer-involved shooting occurred.
IMPD officer Drew Brown says they were able to apprehend 2 suspects, but there may be at least 2 others involved. An IMPD officer was shot but is expected to be okay. Lee Zeldin is the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. He was at Kenworth in Indianapolis today to discuss his proposal to end the 2009 endangerment finding.
If finalized, today's announcement would amount to the largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States.
He says if this is approved, it would repeal all resulting greenhouse gas emissions regulations for motor vehicles and engines. Setting fire to an Indigo bus is what DeMarcus McLeod pled guilty to doing recently. He now has to serve 8 years in federal prison. Police say he started a fire on an Indigo bus in April of 2024. A few days before that, he started a fire inside a trash can at the Indigo Red Line Virginia Avenue and New Jersey Street bus stop. The Justice Department says McLeod had a long criminal history, including burglary. Battling cancer is never easy. John Hayrick reports on a girl in Johnson County going through it and what the community is doing to help.
The girl has a rare form of brain cancer, which has been deemed inoperable. Clark Pleasant Police Chief Chad Price says he first found out about the girl from her stepdad.
And just said, gave us her story and said what she's been fighting through and asked if we would help make her first day of school special, and it's just pretty much taken off from there.
So Price says they'll be giving the girl a police escort to school on her first day of kindergarten at Pleasant Crossing Elementary, which is on Wednesday. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 5:04, and you've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Open the lid on a carton of Bluebell Homemade in the Shade, and you'll have it made, so to speak. It's a combination of our top-selling homemade vanilla ice cream with a swirl of rich chocolate fudge sauce. Enjoy an instant classic.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at Needler's Fresh Markets and Walgreens.
WIBC traffic at 5:05. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, crash at southbound 65 in Johnson County. This is between Stop 11 Road and County Line Road on the shoulder. Southbound 65 stop and go to the north split from 29. Southbound 65 70 construction delay. 13 minutes from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70 from the west side jam tips into the south split delay 12 minutes. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic from Penn Pike down to Washington. Northbound lanes loaded from 70 up to Penn Pike. On the northeast side, eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Crash Lawrence. This is Penn Pike east of Mithoff Road. Crash German Church Road south of 38th Street. Traffic sponsored by Audible. If you're stuck in traffic, why not unleash your adventurous side? Audible delivers thrills of all kinds with audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Making our way into tonight, mostly clear skies in the forecast, lows in the low to mid-70s. Wednesday, highs in the low to mid-90s. It should be the last very hot day of the week. Storms could follow with damaging winds, though. After that, though, cooler temperatures on the way in the next few days. Highs in the upper 70s on Thursday. I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock. All right, Hammer is is very excited because the Consumer Confidence Report is out.
Damn right it is. It's about time.
Consumer Confidence Report.
Woo!
It's basically a survey that survey that measures how optimistic or pessimistic people feel about the economy.
I've been waiting for this.
You've been waiting for the Consumer Confidence Report.
I couldn't sleep last night. Been ignoring my family. Where the hell is the Consumer Confidence Report? Where is it?
Ignoring my family. Oh, so I guess it's good news. Again, a survey that sort of measures how pessimistic or optimistic people feel about the economy and their personal financial situation. Like a vibe check.
Right.
For the economy.
Vibe check, heat check for basketball players. That's what this is. But you want it to be good news, right? You never want to hear people feel bad about the economy, because if that's the case, that tells me they're getting either screwed over at work, they're having a hard time keeping up with inflation, they're having a hard time paying their bills. But it sounds like things are going okay. The latest number beat the expectations, so that's good. That's good news for the economy.
Yep.
Here is Fox Business breaking the news this morning.
Just came in 97.2, which is a strong number. By the way, Stu, the estimate for the consumer confidence reading was 95, so that is better than expected.
Also, as part of this report here, Nige, the July tariff revenues broke the monthly record. We're looking at $150 billion collected in tariffs so far under Trump's presidency.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be in some deep depression because of the Trump tariffs, and the economy was going to go to hell.
Even Bill Maher, that guy says, you know what? I was wrong. He went out on his podcast and says, hey, I got to be honest, I thought July 4th, I listened to all these never Trump economists, and they said we'd be underwater, and actually people are doing pretty damn good.
If people feel good, if people feel confident, they're going to spend money. That boosts the economy. Now, if they're worried, they're going to save and slow things down.
Correct.
But that's not appearing to be what's happening right now.
Hell, according to the report, July marked the second highest reading since January and the second consecutive monthly increase.
Okay.
And all the components of the expectation index have improved. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds of all that because, my God, is all that boring. But long story short, this is good news for the economy. At least it is right now.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
There you go. As for polling on world and foreign affairs, CNN's big data chief, Harry Enton, he said last night on CNN that Americans are trusting Republicans right now. Not just Donald Trump, but hypothetical Senate race Republicans, congressional race Republicans against Democrats. The number is a hell of a lot better for the Republicans than it is Dems when it comes to foreign policy.
But the bottom line is Democrats in the American voters' minds cannot hack it. What are we talking about? Party trust to more on foreign policy. Well, the GOP holds an average 6-point lead in the month of July. Look at this. Fox News came out last week, plus 3 points for Republicans on foreign policy over the Democrats. You think that number is not high enough for you? How about the Wall Street Journal? GOP plus 8 points when they match congressional Democrats up against congressional Republicans. The bottom line is this. Despite everything that's going on in the world right now, Republicans are more trusted on Democrats when it comes to foreign policy and the world at large.
Yeah, and the guy opposite of him,
the
host was looking at him with, like, he set his jaw, and he's just, you son of a, what are you talking about? This is stupid.
Imagine if former Steelers coach Cowher smelled a fart. Like, that's the face that the CNN host had while Harry Enton's going, yeah, believe it or not, Republicans are kicking their ass in foreign policy, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Now, I'm paraphrasing, of course. All right, where are we at with Good Morning America?
Okay.
The staple ABC program in the morning, Good Morning America, running a story complete with some lunatic college professor about how American Eagle jeans being partnered with smoke show actress Sydney Sweeney
I saw this commercial. I've seen these commercials. Great. America's back, baby.
Good Morning America wants to know if that's really just a dog whistle to Nazi Germany.
What?
We begin with the backlash over a new ad campaign featuring actress Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, the ads are for American Eagle, and the tagline is, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Now, in one ad, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
The pun, good genes, activates a troubling historical associations for this country. The American eugenics movement in its prime between like 1900 and 1940 weaponized the idea of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
Despite that backlash, American Eagle stock has been soaring.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eugenics. Are you kidding me? I look at that commercial, that Sydney Sweeney commercial for American Eagle. I say, America's back, baby.
Right.
Like hot chicks advertising jeans and marketing to men, marketing to women. I look at that. I did not like it was a play on words.
Then you must be Hitler. For the love of God, Nigel, you're Hitler.
They're invoking eugenics.
Right.
Well, it must be good genes. We need to breed only the people with blonde hair, blue eyes, and that's how we get a great society. Shut up.
No, we're talking about a smoke show actress with a hot can and big cans. Selling jeans, and you can do a play on word. Because, yes, Sydney Sweeney probably had good genes. Look at her. She's unbelievable.
But she's trying to sell jeans at the same time.
Right.
It's a play on words.
You could do the same thing with Tom Brady, ladies, if you wanted to. And I don't think, anybody with a rational thought in their head would say, fine, you must like the Holocaust.
Would we have seen this commercial 5 years ago when they were advertising corpulent women,
fat chicks and Dylan Mulvaney? No. And you're right. This country is back.
A little more diplomatic.
No more fat chicks in advertising. No more chicks with mustaches, and no more Dylan Mulvaneys. I want Sydney Sweeney's. I want you to line them up one right after the other. And ladies, back me up here. You don't want fat bastards like me. You want Tom Brady's.
You're right.
You want Zac Efron.
I don't want fat bastards like you.
You want those types of people, and it's okay. It's okay to want your pitch men and your pitch women to be smoke. It's all right. That's how we know this country's back. We used to celebrate Cindy Crawford drinking Diet Pepsi.
Yes.
And now we're upset if Dylan Mulvaney has her can taken away. No, that doesn't work for me. Bring back the smoke shows. That's America that I believe in, damn it. Doesn't make you a Nazi if you want Sydney Sweeney on your television. Stop it. And my God, that college professor. Well, what this really means is... Can you imagine taking that wet blankets class?
Oh.
Good God. She has nothing but the 8 a.m. classes, right? She's that horrible professor that has nothing but 8 a.m. classes and fails everybody because she hasn't had anybody love her in her entire life. Speaking of...
Jeez.
Speaking of unlovable bastards.
Yes!
Here's Matt Bear.
Woo! Looking to southbound 65 going to County Line Road. That's a car to ditch. The ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. Looking at northbound 65, stop traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. And westbound 70, bad after Royal Street into the north split. And southbound 65, 70, stop north split to the south split. A 13-minute delay. Eastbound 70, jammed up from Tibbs Avenue into the south split. Delayed 12 minutes. Inbound 65, stop and go 21st to Meridian Penn. Northwest side, northbound 465, grinding after 79 to 865. In Carmel, northbound Keystone Parkway slows 106 past 116th Street. Crash Lawrence. This is Penn Pike east of Mithofer. Crash east side, German Church Road south of 38th. Traffic sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Looking for a job in the logistics or supply chain industries? Connect with dozens of local businesses at your Express Employment Professionals. Location at ExpressPros.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Our pal CJ Miller writes on the YouTube chat, what other show can go from talking about Boss Hogsett to the original Bo Duke? Thank you, CJ.
That's us.
That was our first hour. We went from Boss Hog set to a guy that had to deal with the real Boss Hog. That was amazing. And then we also had a tribute to Matt Bear's booty shorts as well. So thank you guys for listening. You guys rock. We appreciate you. This show is number one because you guys stick around and hang out and have a good time with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Right now, it is so friggin' hot. Heat advisory is in effect. 93 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We'll have some caller roulette coming up in probably about 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
But up next, a spirited round of Are You Okay With This? That is coming up next on the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 HRV LX all-wheel drive for $329 a month and $0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake.
Visit us off State Road 37 for special pricing during our summer sales event. With approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. All fees due at signing. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends July 31st. See dealer for details.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah!
Well, Hammer, Cubs legend, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg, dying of prostate cancer at 65. Young age, tragic, very popular, one of the most legendary Cubs in their history. What are you feeling right now? Because you're a huge Cubs fan.
Got my hat, my shirt on today in honor of Rhino. Now, Ernie Banks will always be Mr. Cub. But for a younger generation, the generation that's around my age, that grew up watching the Cubs on WGN, when cable TV first kind of became a mainstream thing, Rhino kind of became the new version of Mr. Cub. Just a beloved dude who was really good. I mean, this guy was the 1984 National League MVP. He had won multiple gold gloves. I think he won like 9 gold glove awards, was the 1990 home run derby champion, 10-time All-Star, and he was a humble dude. Was never out there thumping his chest. I think we've got some highlights of Rhino.
Ryan Sandberg, the all-time leader, 480 chances, airless for Sandberg.
There it is, way back, a record-breaking home run! Ryan Sandberg! He has now hit more home runs than any second baseman in history. How about that?
The reason I am here, they tell me, is that I played the game a certain way, that I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. It is because of one word, respect. Thank you, and go Cubs.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
It's been a rough week for my childhood.
65 years old, though. I mean, I'm 15, 16 years away from that age.
And
That's
we've all
crazy.
known
He's
somebody
young.
that's had cancer.
Yes.
We've all known somebody that's battled it. He announced that he was in remission.
Prostate
cancer. But then a couple months later, he had to announce that it returned and it got into his organs. And that was pretty much all she wrote. Cub fans who have been following this story, we've kind of been waiting on the bad news. We kept hearing he wasn't doing well, but still doesn't make it any easier, man. Rest easy, Rhino, and go Cubs go.
Are you okay with this? A man in Florida was arrested after he assaulted a golfer on a golf course because he thought he was playing too slow. Boy, I've been there. I hate playing behind slow people on golf courses. So this guy punched the guy multiple times in the face, broke a bone beneath his eye. Here's the other golfers commenting on the attack.
If you're out here trying to be aggressive, you picked the absolute wrong game to choose. You should go do like jiu-jitsu or kung fu or something.
There's no need to be fighting out here. You could easily call the shop. Somebody will come out and speak to the person or whatever the case, but it should never turn to violence.
Now,
You
correct
okay
me
with
if I'm
that?
wrong here, Nige. This is the second story we've had in the last couple of months about slow golfing leading to a brawl. Remember, there was a story about some other slow golfers, and some dude got real mouthy, and he picked a fight with a dude.
The NHL guy.
Right, who played professional hockey, and he was the goon. He was like the tough guy on the NHL squad, and he beat the hell out of him and threw him in the water.
There's nothing worse than playing behind slow golfers. I haven't even been golfing this year. I suck anyway. I do love to golf, but I just don't do it. It takes up too much time. But playing behind guys that are so slow, there's nothing worse. Now, this guy's right. I mean, there's no reason to get violent, but he beat the crap out of the dude.
I mean, don't start none, won't be none. If you start a fight,
broke a bone beneath his eye,
you damn well be ready to defend yourself. Because if you're starting it, the dude on the other end is going to come at you too.
I remember being on the golf course with Joe Koppel, our account executive, one of our sales guys here, longtime sales guy. And we were with a client, and I got hit. I was putting, and the guys behind us, they hit into us, and I got hit in the head hard by a golf club. I was ready to fight, but we were with clients. Me and Joe were with clients, and I was ready to. And then the other guys came up and apologized to us.
Okay.
It pissed me off bad.
What would have happened if the other dudes were like, you got what you had coming to you?
But we weren't playing slow. They were just being idiots.
Right.
They were being idiots. I would have went at him.
Good.
I would have went at him. That was a lot. God, that was 20 years ago, man. Hard to believe. But
and if I were an advertiser, I would have signed on the dot right there. Hey, this guy just punched a dude. He's got spunk. He's my guy. I want that to be my endorser. But being behind slow people in general, like if you're behind a slow person at the grocery store and you're trying to get down an aisle, or if you're at a ball game or something, just being behind slow people, it's the worst. Now, I'm not a golfer, but I've heard this multiple times. Slow golfers are a big problem.
Yeah.
All right, for this one, I want to switch gears. I want to run this by you.
Okay.
Nige.
Okay.
Are you okay with this? You are Mr. Metallica. You
Love
are
Metallica.
Mandatory Metallica.
One
guy.
of the first interviews I did was with their bass player Jason Newsted. and I was nervous as hell. It was in the mid-'90s when I was working at X103. Yeah.
There's a rumor that Metallica might be doing one of those Las Vegas residencies at the Sphere, the big Sphere venue.
Okay.
This do anything for you? You all right with this?
Residencies? I still feel like residencies are for bands or for people or for individual performers that are old and have passed their prime. Like, didn't Britney Spears do a residency, and like nobody pays attention to her anymore?
Right, she's done with
Metallica has like I don't know.
Like in Vegas right now, Bruno Mars does one. Katy Perry did one.
Okay.
Garth Brooks. I mean, he's older, but he still sells out every venue.
I have a skewed opinion of it, maybe, but that's fine. Whatever. I would go see it. I would.
Is that something that would make you want to go to Vegas? Like if you are seeing that Metallica is announcing they're doing a residency at the Sphere during these dates, would you say, you know what, I'm going to get a dude's trip together and we're going to go out to Vegas and watch Metallica?
And the last time I saw him was 2015, 2016, right before my brother-in-law shipped out to Kuwait. No, I don't think I would fly to Vegas to see Metallica anymore.
You sound like the show wasn't very good.
You know, it was right around the time when James Hetfield, I think, was having problems with pills and stuff again. He'd been through rehab a couple times. It was just they're getting old. They're in their 60s, man.
You know, but AC/DC was old as hell, and they rocked that joint.
You think so? Because they've been getting criticism on social media.
Their songs sounded like the records.
Okay.
Like when I was there.
Okay.
That was my opinion. Maybe I caught a good show. I don't know, but
I don't know that I'd spend money and fly to Vegas to see Metallica in the Sphere. No.
Okay. Great moments in Metallica Enter Sandman history. Here's what it would sound like if the song Enter Sandman were performed like George Strait doing Amarillo by Morning.
What?
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son. Keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes.
I kind of like it.
Sleep with one eye open, grip your pillow tight, exit light, enter night.
It's ridiculous.
Take my hand. We're off to Neverland.
Is that AI? That's AI, all right.
It's a little George Strait doing Enter Sandman like Amarillo by Morning. All right, let's do a real bad idea. Let's do caller roulette.
Oh, wonderful.
239-9393. Whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the homeless tents in Indianapolis, we can. If you want to talk about the Dukes of Hazzard, we can. And everything in between. Anything goes here. All we ask is you keep it clean and you keep it brief.
Why would we talk about Dukes of Hazzard?
Because we had Bo Duke on the show earlier, and he was awesome.
Yes.
He was awesome.
It was great.
So whatever you want to talk about, police, Epstein, you name it, you got it. 239-9393. Allison will get your name, and that's the only information that Nigel and I will have. We're going to fly blind into this next segment, and that's a really, really bad idea. So that's coming up next. Get your calls in now. 239-9393. Let's break down and have Jacob give the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
His intent is to end it. You've got partly cloudy skies and 94 degrees. I'm Jake McDaniel, and this report is brought to you by Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 531. The administrator of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, wants to get rid of the 2009 endangerment finding. He came to Indianapolis to talk about that on Tuesday. John Herrick reports.
Zeldin didn't hold back on the importance of getting rid of it when he was at Kenworth.
If finalized,
Today's announcement would amount to the largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States.
It's just a proposal at this point, but if it is approved, it would repeal all resulting greenhouse gas emission regulations for motor vehicles and engines. Standing next to Zeldin were Indiana Governor Mike Braun and the state's Attorney General Todd Rokita. Rokita says this is long overdue.
Indiana, along with other Attorney General offices, were very, very instrumental and important for us to get to this day.
Those against it say it's a step backward for public health and environmental protection. Sean Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Attorney for Sean Diddy Combs have filed a motion for his release. Fox's Michelle Polino with that story.
Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is pushing for his release on a $50 million bond, arguing his continued detention in Brooklyn is unjustified after he beat the most serious charges in his federal trial. In a 12-page motion, attorneys claim that keeping Combs locked up until his October 3rd sentencing goes against Justice Department policy. Earlier this month, a jury cleared Combs of racketeering and sex trafficking, but convicted him on 2 counts of violating the Mann Act for arranging paid sexual encounters with male escorts for his girlfriends. The judge previously denied bail and cited Combs' history of violence. Combs faces up to 20 years in prison, though prosecutors are seeking up to 5 years, and the defense is pushing for 2 years. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And you're paying an average of $3.05 a gallon of gas today, according to GasBuddy.com. That is down 8 cents from last week, down 19 cents from last month, and 9 cents below the national average. The cheapest gas is in Chesterfield at $2.56 with cash only. With traffic at 5:33, what you got, Matt Bear?
Southbound 65, stop-and-go traffic, 21st to Meridian Penn, and then construction delay of southbound 65-70, an additional 7 minutes from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70 grinding after Tibbs Avenue into the south split. We're delayed 9 minutes there. South side, eastbound 465, now stop-and-go, 31 over to I-65, crash Greenwood. This is on the exit from southbound 65 to County Line Road. Car in a ditch, and the ramp is open. It is partially blocked. East side southbound 465 slows after Penn Pike down to Washington Street. A crash, Lawrence Penn Pike east of Mithofer to crash east side German Church Road south of 38th. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear and warm tonight with lows in the mid-70s. Wednesday is going to be our final hot and very miserable day with highs in the low to mid-90s with peak heat indices up to 100+ at times, with rainstorm chances increasing the second half of the day. I'm Wish TV Storm Track ABD meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Buckle up. Anything can happen here.
Oh, hell yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Hammer and Nigel present Caller Roulette.
Considering how successful this show is, this is a really careless and bad idea on our behalf.
I agree. I concur.
But I'm here for it, baby. So this is where we take calls blind. All we have is a name. That's it. And whatever you want to talk about, Nigel and I are down for it, for the most part. All we ask is you keep it clean, you keep it brief, and that's it. That's how we do Caller Roulette. It's a total spin of the roulette wheel. We have no idea what we're getting into here. Chuck, get us going first. Here we go.
This is just going to answer what you said earlier, what your question was. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. I want to hear what she has to say. I want her to get in front of Congress. I want her to talk about it because this is the one time that we're going to get an opportunity to see why they want presidential immunity. This is why they carry from every single one of them. Don't you remember what we wanted to hear? We wanted to hear what George Bush was talking about with his vice president. We wanted to know about why we were going to Iraq. They keep these things silent, and this is how they game.
So you would give Ghislaine Maxwell immunity and possibly a pardon to
Nigel, I would see Ghislaine Maxwell and raise a P. Diddy. I want them all to talk because I think that there's an intermix there completely.
Wow.
I think that this is what the intelligence community has done, has played us like a violin. We're stretched.
You know, there is something to be said that all of these alleged pedophiles and perverts, and Ghislaine Maxwell's the only one that's locked up for any of that kind of stuff. You know, Diddy's stuff was more, you know, RICO and different things, domestic issues. But, yeah, there's a big circle of these people that like to do inappropriate things with kids.
Chuck is saying he would accept a pardon or immunity or some sort of relief from her prison sentence to hear what she had to say, and he would believe her.
That's the thing. Chuck, you got all the faith in the world in Ghislaine Maxwell to tell the truth?
What I have is an opportunity to get a view into the intelligence community, because this is a game they have been playing for years. We're finding out what Q-Intel is. This is for real. That's the real story here, Hammer, is that we're still being played. And now they're just sending it in every direction that they want to, because it's all part of the same damn octopus. And yes, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but you know what? I've been right.
There you go.
It just keeps playing out right in front of us every single day.
Chuck, my man, thank you. Let's go to Tim. Tim is up next. Tim, what do you want to talk about?
Hammer and Nigel, long-time listener, third-time caller.
Awesome.
I agree with AOC, which I never thought I would do. We need cashiers. So every time I go into that Speedy Express lane with a case of beer, I got to have somebody come up here and help me do it. Or if I want to get vegetables weighed or bananas or anything like that, and they're always on the phone doing something else.
Tim, you don't eat vegetables.
Come
or
on,
fruits.
Tim. We know you're full of crap with the vegetables.
Yeah,
Come on.
you're upset about the beer. You got to get you do have to get your ID checked. Yeah, like how are they going to, like, how is AI? We had a story earlier how AI is going to eliminate cashiers altogether, but how are you going to show your ID?
I'm 70 years old. They ought to have voice recognition.
I would love the AI. You're clearly old. Bite the booze.
I'm going to help Nigel real quick with his coon problem.
Okay. Yeah, what do I do?
Go to Rural King, buy you a live trap. Put you one ear of sweet corn in there past where the trigger's at.
Yeah.
When that coon gets in there,
I've got a raccoon under my deck. Okay, go ahead.
It'll get him. And if you got a garbage can, fill that thing full of water. And then after you catch that coon,
I'm drowning the raccoon in a cage.
Well, you got to wash the cage off for the next time. Put him in there about 15 minutes, and that thing comes right out, and you can do whatever you want to with him.
This got pretty dark pretty quick. We're waterboarding the raccoon. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Tim. I'm not drowning raccoons. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Like, I'd rather shoot and kill the raccoon. At least that'd be quicker.
I had neighbors that had chipmunk problems, but they were in their 90s. Like 10, 12 years ago, they didn't care. They trapped those chipmunks in those little crates, and they would take them back out into a bucket and just put the cage in the bucket.
That's why we haven't had Alvin on the show lately. Alvin can't be here today. Nigel's neighbor drowned it to death. Let's go to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, what's up? Damn, I got to follow waterboard the raccoon. That's cool. Anyway, I just want to say you guys did a hell of a job at the Johnson County Fair a couple weeks ago. I'm glad you guys came down.
Thank you. Oh, thanks, man. That was fun.
Yeah, and then Ryan Hedrick did the story of the homeless encampment there in Fountain Square, and there was a chick named Tanya wants to run for mayor. Let's say the mayor's race is next month. Who you voting for, Roulette or Tanya, the homeless chick?
Homeless Tanya, and I will do the commercial for her. I will write the ads. I will be her spokesperson. And Eric, if a bag of sand ran against Joe Hogsett, I would support bag of sand in that race. Anybody but Joe. And let the record clearly state, this is how bad Jefferson Shreve screwed up. That moron tried to go gun grabber here in, with the Republicans, lost the support of dudes like myself and Guy Relford. How much of a total zero do you got to be to not be the guy I hitch my wagon to when your opponent is Boss Hogsett, for the love of God. I didn't like any of those dudes.
Homeless Tanya is
Homeless Tanya.
is your vote for mayor of Indianapolis.
She couldn't do any worse. If Homeless Tanya just got the job because it was a place to stay.
She had a chance.
And she slept on the job every day. At least she'd be here during the riots. That's more than Joe. Let's go to Fred. Fred, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show. What's up, Fred?
Yes, gentlemen. I have a situation in my kitchen, and every time I go in there and try to turn the light on, I hear this weird noise that goes "Arr, arr, 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 arr," out of my drain. Do I need a plumber or a trapper?
I think that Denny Smith question there, Allison. Why don't you save that for the Home and Garden show?
Hang on the line till Saturday, Fred.
Yeah.
I'll get in touch with Denny Smith.
By the way, fun fact, great moments in Fred history. I had a friend in high school. His dad's name was Fred.
Yeah.
And we always called him Durf because it was Fred backwards. Durf.
Okay.
Durf.
Great story.
Thank you. Tom is up next. Tom, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hey, fun afternoon for you guys. Incidentally, the previous caller, you even have a reference to Bob and Tom's show with that previous caller.
Yeah,
about
I
raccoon
felt like
noise.
there was a Bob and Tom sort of vibe there with that thing. Yeah.
So, but a couple of quick things. You're talking about America being back. Anybody watched the IndyCar race on Sunday? They had some rather interesting spots for a product called Blue Chew. And if anybody else saw them, they know what they're talking about. It's an ED type medication, and the girls were rather undressed and rather bosomy.
Good.
So America is back,
bosomy.
folks.
I like
America
bosomy
is back.
undressing women.
America is back.
If that
Blue-
makes me the
Blue
bad
Chew?
guy, maybe the homeless chick can run on that campaign.
Wait.
We're going to bring homeless, bosomy, undressing chicks back to
So
Indianapolis.
Tom was saying he was seeing ED commercials during the Brickyard 400.
Well,
Is
yeah,
that
you
what
want to have hot chicks during that kind of stuff. You don't want to see Rosie O'Donnell up there for an ED ad. That's probably why we got the situation to begin with. I'm 100% on board with that. And
Bosomy.
Bosomy.
That's a great word.
It really is. Buxom is another one. The buxom
Buxom.
blonde that works in the back. You don't hear buxom enough,
Is
do
this
you?
some kind of bust?
Yes, it's very impressive. Bruce is up next. Bruce, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hey, guys, how are we doing today?
Good.
Hey, listen, I just, I know you guys were talking about the ball player, the Cubs player that had prostate cancer and died. I went last year. I was supposed to have my prostate looked at, but I went to the heart doctor and ended up having open heart surgery. So, anyways,
wow.
I went back to have my prostate done last Monday, and I was waiting for the results. Well, on my way home from my nephew's house playing poker this morning, I got a call, and they said it was bad. So now I'm going to have to go get my prostate taken out because I've had 5 or 6 brothers that's had the same thing. So, yeah, keep me in your thoughts and prayers because, yeah, I mean, after all the crap we've been through, it's just unreal. But
Are your your brothers still with us?
my youngest brother was 60 years old, and my oldest brother just passed away in January of this year. But he had part of his lung taken out, but he passed away back in January. My youngest brother got hit by a 21-year-old drunk driver north of Noblesville on the way home.
What's your diagnosis now? You get that, have your prostate taken out?
I got to go Tuesday and meet with the specialist and talk to him about it, but the nurse just told me it was bad. And I mean, come on, man, you don't take a freaking phone call saying, hey, it's bad. Just positive and negative would have been a good thing, but, well, the right way would have handled it probably. But, when somebody calls you, especially a nurse says, hey, it's bad. So, I don't know what to expect. I just hope it's contained right there.
Right.
Instead of being like, what's his name's, and, just, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I really don't.
brother.
Yeah, well, Bruce, hang in there, brother, man. Hammer and Nigel Nation, we got you. Stick it out. Ride it out. Best of luck, my man. God bless you. Ben gets the last word. You got it, man. Ben, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you guys pet lovers?
Pet lovers. I like that
my
wife and
I
my
like all kinds
kids
of pets, man.
like their pets.
I feel like this is a joke. Go ahead. Finish the joke. Go ahead.
I had a chameleon, and it couldn't change colors. I took it to the vet. The vet said it was a clear case of erectile dysfunction.
Well, Hammeridge is taking off his headphones and walking away. I believe that ends the caller roulette segment.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. We'll be right back.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wendy's has breakfast biscuits for just $1, including the Honey Buddy. Start your day off right. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Kansas and Jefferson Starship, a frontline benefit concert on Friday, October 10th at Everwise Amphitheater.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, Hammer, looking at the northeast side at a stalled semi on southbound 465 after East 71st Street, blocking the right lane, slowing traffic back to I-69. Inbound 70 slow before the north split, then southbound 6570. That construction delay still stop and go for about a 4-minute delay right now. Northbound 65 slow into the south split from Raymond. Northwest side northbound 465 slow from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
93. Hot one.
Whoa.
Heat advisory in effect until 8 p.m. this evening here at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd.
One by one. We are going to read Booze News because it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Hammer and Nigel presents
Booze News, Booze News. Time for Booze News. Man, real sad booze news. It's like kind of a downer. Like a 44-year-old dad in Thailand died after drinking only beer for a month. He drank beer for 30 days. This was after he got divorced and was depressed, suffered a seizure, tragically passed away before paramedics could save him, discovered by his 16-year-old son. This is awful.
Now, to be 100%
awful.
clear here, I want to make something perfectly clear.
Yeah.
You said he drank beer for 30 straight days. He drank only beer. He didn't have any food, no water, nothing else. It was an all beer diet all the time for 30 days.
How must, like, this teenager that lived with him, how bad was the mom in this situation that he got to go live with the dad?
That's a great question.
And the mom was so bad that he lived with the dad that drank the beer for 30 days.
Like, I've probably gone 30 days in a row drinking beer, but it wasn't the only thing that I put into my body. There was some water. There was some Gatorade. There's some Diet Mountain Dews. There's some food.
No, the teen had revealed his dad had shunned food. It was only drinking beer the month before his death. There's a picture of this thing. There's a picture of his floor lined with beer bottles. It's crazy.
Am I supposed to feel bad for this guy? Like, I feel bad for the kid.
I feel bad for the kid.
But this guy's pretty selfish. You got a kid. You got a 16-year-old.
Get it together.
Get it together, man.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just have an all-alcohol diet. That's like what Nicolas Cage was trying to do in Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
Top stories next.
Hi, it's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Mark Patrick Stop Smoking seminars? And they said only $49.99 and it could work for you. So I thought, that's not even a week's worth of smoking. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. You know, my friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed. So what do you got to lose? I'll tell you what you got to lose. A very bad habit.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Early bird special only $49.99 guaranteed. Don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all or your money back. Seminar 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Or 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Registration 30 minutes before seminar. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose